Welcome. We're going to take a look at another capitalization rule here, and this one's a pretty important one. This one can be confusing for people sometimes, so let's look at this carefully here. We're going to look at proper nouns. So every time that we're using a proper noun, which is a specific noun, it's a specific person, place, thing, or idea, we're going to capitalize that. So anytime that you're referencing a real or specific person, place, or thing in your writing, you want to capitalize that. Let's take a look at some examples. All right. So our first example here is Woolworth. You may or may not be old enough to remember that Woolworth used to be kind of a drugstore type of thing that was around America. So that's a real, or was a real place, and so we would capitalize that. Here we have a second example, which is the JFK Memorial. So this is a location, this is a place, so we're going to capitalize that. We have another example here, the Dallas World Aquarium. I picked a bunch of examples here from Texas. So this is a real place. So we would capitalize all the words in it. Notice that Dallas World and Aquarium are all capitalized. So it's not like we just capitalize Dallas and call it good. We're going to capitalize all the words there because all of those equate to the whole title of that place. Okay? Next example, we've got Multicultural Greek Council. So this is an organization, this is a group. So again, all of the words in their title, all of the words in their name end up being capitalized because all of those words equate to the name, the title. Next example here, we've got Texas Toast. So Texas is a real place and Texas Toast is a real thing. We don't capitalize toast because that isn't necessarily the proper noun with Texas Toast together, but we do capitalize Texas. Our next example, Main Street District. So we've got this specific location here. We're going to capitalize all the words there, Main Street and District, referencing that name, that proper noun. Same thing for Pike Park. We've got a park, a place to go to. Anytime that we've got a name of a park or a location, something like that, we're going to capitalize that. And the same thing there for Glass Street. We capitalize both the name of the street and the reference to street itself. All right. Let's take a look at some other examples. We've got these, here the words are used in the sentences, so it's a little bit easier to see how you would use these in a sentence rather than in a list. Our first example, we walked down to the pier so that we could see the Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge is the thing, right? And so that's capitalized because that's the full title of it. We capitalize the word we there because that's the beginning of a sentence. But for this example here, we're focused in on that Golden Gate Bridge. We're capitalizing those words because those are the proper noun. Those three words make up the proper noun. Next example, do you think I could borrow your Glamour magazine from last month? So the name of the magazine is Glamour. And so since that is a proper noun, that we would capitalize, just as we would capitalize the name of any other periodical or book or piece of artwork. Okay? Our next example here, we heard two new authors, Susan San Diego and Tom D'Angelo, speak at the event. So both of these names here, Susan Diego and Tom D'Angelo, both of these are people's names, so we're going to capitalize both of those. Those are proper nouns. People's names are proper nouns. And then our last example here, take a left at Main Street, then drive 2 more blocks. So you'll notice here that we did not capitalize blocks because that's referencing a general street. It's not referencing the specific street, which is Main Street, okay? And that is true anytime that we're looking at proper nouns versus common nouns. So common nouns are person, place, thing, or idea, right? That are referencing something that's general, okay? Like teddy bear or book. But if we're referencing a very specific one, that becomes the proper noun of where we're looking at a person, place, thing, or idea that is specific. That we would capitalize. Okay? I hope that's helpful to you, and good luck with your writing.